This is the perfect weather and vibes to read an amazing book, and I'm so freaking excited, y'all. Y'all, it came. He's here, and I'm not ready. I'm currently collecting items so that I can set up my perfect little reading space for this experience. I found my Camp Jupiter t-shirt. I unfortunately don't have a Camp Halfblood one yet, but that will be fixed eventually. I've got my little sticky tabs and some pens to annotate because I am marking up this book like a beast. I have a blanket, and I will find the rest of my items eventually. Like, I am like freaking out. I've already texted my friends, I've already tweeted, like I've posted about it on Instagram, and I'm not ready. I almost cried as soon as I opened it. I didn't think to record myself opening it, but that happened and I almost cried. My cousin thinks I'm a freaking nerd, but she thinks I'm adorable. So many things, so many feelings, and I'm ready. Good morning. Forgive me for the towel rough look, but it is currently Wednesday, October 7th, and the day after this beauty, the Tower of Nero came out. And I am now ready to sit in this spot all day reading and documenting me reading the last book in the Halfblood Chronicles. There will be tears, there will be screaming, and who knows, maybe there'll probably be some laughing. All I know is that I am ready, I am excited, and we're gonna get into it. Oh, let go. I told y'all that I would cry when Nico got here, and he's here, and I'm very excited about it, but I'm also stressed and sad about it. I don't quite know why yet. It's like they've said some things and I'm confused, and I swear if there's people hurting my baby Nico, I'm gonna effing riot. I'm gonna riot. And cause we're not doing that. We're not doing that again. Y'all leave him alone. He has been through enough. And I just can't. I'm emotional, and I'm not even 100 pages in. Alright, so I've made it a little bit over 100 pages into the story, and I'm not confusion. I know what has to happen, but I'm just concerned for everyone involved. I don't want anything bad to happen to Will or Nico or Lester or Meg. Percy, Annabeth, and Grover are nowhere to be found. I mean, they're on their way to their destination, you know, living their best lives with no knowledge of what's going on. And I don't know who else we could run into. I'm stressed. I don't know what's gonna happen. Apparently we're about to go find Rachel, which I'm super excited about. Love me some Rachel. She's great. But I also don't want anyone else to get involved, because who knows who could die in this book. And if anyone else that I know and love dies, I'm going to lose it. I just can't. So yeah, that's where we're at, and we're going to take a minor break to get like a snack or something, and then we will push on. We're just gonna take this moment to acknowledge how freaking cute Nico and Will are. I have never swooned for a ship, for a relationship in a story as hard as I ship and swoon for Will and Nico. They are so freaking cute. They are literally like the sun and the moon because they're so different, but they're so complimentary of each other. And Will cares so much about Nico, and Nico cares so much about Will, but they're so cute and they're always making fun of each other, but like in a sweet, endearing way. And I just can't. I just cannot. And I love that everyone keeps acknowledging, like, or by everyone I mean Apollo. I love that Apollo keeps freaking acknowledging how cute they are. It just makes me happy. It just makes me happy. I'm just glad that Will and Nico are such a big part here. It makes me happy, in case you didn't know. So, yeah. All right, good morning. It is currently October 7th, and I didn't give you an update last night because it got late and I got tired. However, I am now about a little bit over halfway finished with this beautiful, gorgeous book. And as you can see, I have, oh, maybe you can't see. Hello, sun. Okay, there. As you can see, I have tabbed up quite a bit. I've done a bunch of annotating so far. Anyway, yeah, a lot has happened. I've started using my red tabs, and my red tabs mean that I'm angry at whatever happened or whatever was said in that moment on the page. And I get really heated when I start, like, I'm really, really heated when I start using the red tabs. I only have 3 in here so far, but I used 2 like on almost back-to-back pages. And I mean, I'm gonna let you guess why I'm using these tabs. And surprisingly, I've only used 3 blue tabs, which are my I'm sad, borderline crying tabs. Like, I've underlined a couple things in blue, but for the most part, I've only used like a couple of blue tabs, which is surprising. But I still have like almost half a book, and it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning, so I have time to finish this and sob the rest of the way. I didn't say it in my update just now, but this is my beautiful Kia Soul, my beautiful black Kia Soul, and his name is Blackjack. Yeah, he's a little dirty, but I love him with my whole heart. Good morning. It is currently October 9th, 3 days after the release of the Tower of Nero, and I can finally say that last night at like 11 o'clock, I finished it. And I cried for like the entirety of the last chapter of this book. It was so good. And it definitely satisfied my, I guess, reader heart. As you can see by all of the tabs, I had a lot to say while reading this, and I'm not gonna really go into it because spoilers. But I guess this moment, this clip right here is gonna be me. I'm just gonna, I guess, discuss some of my more broad thoughts about the Tower of Nero and stuff like that, and what I thought about it. So something I said earlier, a common thing I have with the Trials of Apollo series specifically is that it feels to me that it moves slower, but that's mostly because in the books they tend to stay in they're in one city pretty much for the entire book. And so like they spend a lot more time in like the buildings and locations that they go to. And so it just feels slower. It's not really. It's just my brain is used to like how fast like the Percy Jackson books and the Heroes of Olympus books where we're like over the course of like in the entire book they go like across the whole freaking country. And so they only spend like a chapter, maybe two in a location for the most part. And it's just it just felt kind of weird from what I was used to, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It made it I liked it. I liked it in the end because of the fact that it gave us time to get to know more of the like side characters and like random people who weren't as important in the main story, like the different campers and different side villains and stuff like that. It gave us a little time to get to know them a little more, so that was fun. With this book in particular, a theme or a topic that I enjoyed immensely was the comparison between Nero and Zeus. Like it was brought up a lot in this book that Zeus is pretty much just like Nero. Like Nero is manipulative. He uses his power to take advantage of everyone around him. And it was brought up multiple times that like the way the relationship between Meg and Nero is similar to that of Apollo and Zeus. Like for the first few books, despite Apollo also like sometimes getting a little annoying, like how could Zeus do this to me kind of situations, like oh my gosh, he's the worst. He would also have these things like maybe if I do this one thing, Zeus will forgive me and he'll be proud of me and he'll welcome me with open arms back into Olympus and stuff like that. And it became a thing where it was talked about how like Apollo was scared for Meg to go and confront Nero because he was scared that she would revert back to her old ways and like fall back into his trap of like believing in him and stuff like that. And it did another parallel between him and Meg because it made him think it's like I'm scared to go back to Olympus if I do succeed, because what if I forget everything that I've learned, all the growth that I've endured over these trials, and revert back to my whole, oh, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, I want to make my dad proud and like please him always and stuff like that. And I just really liked that because it really showed how much Apollo / Lester grew from book 1 to now. Like the amount of times I tabbed and underlined in here that like just in big old letters, character art, character growth and stuff like that just is ridiculous, and it made me very happy. I also very much enjoyed the just the relationship between Will and Nico. I know that's something that pretty much everyone in the fandom can agree is one of the best things here, but it just made me happy because they were so cute and wholesome. Like I've always loved Nico, like with my entire heart since I met the little being. Like he was one of my favorite characters to read from because he was so complicated emotionally, and his entire life was complicated. Everything about him was so strange even for a demigod, and to watch him grow, still being the edgy emo baby boy that I love, but learning to trust people and care for them, and then getting to this point where he, obviously spoiler alert, like getting to this point where he is able to date someone and be happily in a relationship and trust somebody so completely made my heart so happy. And they were so cute, and every time like both of them were like they would just refer to each other as like my boyfriend. He's like, yeah, my boyfriend, and just my glowing like my boyfriend. I'm just like, you guys are so precious and you deserve the world. And it was so great. It was so great. And I guess lastly, I enjoyed the last chapter. I don't want to obviously I don't want to spoil anything, but like things got tied up pretty well, and I would like I said, I was sobbing. I was crying like the entire time. It's really upsetting but gratifying to know that I read through all of these books, and I've literally grown up on these stories. Like, I started reading them when I was 12. Percy Jackson I read when I was 12 years old, so I was like the same age as him in the story. And it really resonated with me, and I'm like 20 years old now, and I've read through the entire Camp Half-Blood Chronicles. I don't know what the word is, but it's really resonating with me, and it makes me very happy that I've gone through this journey, because if I hadn't, I probably wouldn't want to be a writer like I do now. I probably wouldn't love reading the way I do now. I definitely would just be a very different person if I hadn't read all these books. So I appreciate being able to say that I made it all the way through, and that I loved it every step of the way. So thank you, Rick Riordan, for creating this world. You really changed me as a person. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be the end of this vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking around and watching me react and read this beautiful book. I hope, let me know if you guys read it. Let me know what you guys think of it. If you guys are reading it, what you think of it so far. And yeah, that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.